Huub Hermans has been living almost his entire lives in Bourne. Married to his lovely wife Diana and a daughter Saskia. His daughter finished studying as a graduate biology. Huub himself still works 3 days a week in the ITC business at a local government in Limburg. And wife Diana is a nurse in several nursing homes and helps taking care of their entire pigeon colony. Via neighbor Pierre de Bruijn, he got at a very young age in contact with pigeon sport. As a kid of about 5 or 6 years old, he had a couple of fancy pigeons, chickens and canaries. Seen the fancy pigeons flew around, what his neighbor didn't like that much, he got from him his first real racing pigeons. In 1977, his neighbor passed away and he could take over some pigeons and pigeon stuff, and this is when it all started for his pigeon career, pigeon history. The first year as a youthful pigeon fancier he didn't win that much, but this changed in 1982, 1983 when he ought to know the big champion Thei Bours from Elsloo. They got really close, which resulted in a weekly visit on Saturday mornings at his place in Elsloo. Also, several breeders, youngsters and eggs came totally free of charge from Elsloo to Bourne. Thei Bours won in his career 24 provincial victories, and became winner to more than one car race and also the national winner from the Olympiad race out of Montargis in 1994. He also had a lot of success to the 2 pigeons that he got as a youth member from Lei Zinken from Overhoven Sittard. Both pigeons won as youngster a first prize in the union, and turned out to be amazing breeders as well, and they fit really well to the Van Loon pigeons from Thei Bours. In the 90s, some pigeons from Joe van Derzen from Roermond out of his famous breeding couple also came to his loft. Out of this breeding couple, 2 children won the first and 4th national ace bird middle distance, named Natasha and Ricardo, which was later sold to Mike Guinness out of the US and became over there one of his base breeders. In Holland, raced at Joe van Derzen. Later, some more pigeons were bought at Dirk van Dijk in Belgium and at P.D.V. At the moment, his strain of pigeons exist for 80% out of the Van Loon pigeons, via Thei Bours, accomplished with the above-mentioned strains, Dirk van Dijk, Joe van Derzen, Natasha strain, and P.D.V. Pigeons. In winter, there are about 28 breeding couples and about 32 racing cocks and about 40 racing hens. The racing team is being raced on the widowhood system, so their partner always stay home. This is why he have during winter time more pigeons on his loft, 230 pigeons. For own use, he breed about 80 early youngsters and 40 late youngsters for the autumn races. Next to these, he breeds some rounds for 2 pigeons shows. One is the show in Kassel in Germany and the other is Sosnowiec in Poland. He've been attending both shows for over 10 years now. The most beautiful thing about is that others succeed with his pigeons, and he must say that the references of the past 10 years are really amazing and already gave national ace birds, national and provincial winner, Olympiad birds and winners on the OLRs over the entire world. Selection is done especially on the results and pedigree. The youngsters have to set results on the races with 2 nights basket. These become often the best old racing pigeons. There wasn't a special selection last year due to the corona, just as every other year, selection on results, pedigree and body. They also do pay attention to the eyes when making a selection. For years, the German eye specialist Joseph Hoffmann came to Huub Place to check the pigeons on their eyes. Later, this was taken over by Jos Evers out of Bourne. He also checks Huub pigeons on a regular basis on the eyes. All of this counts in Huub's selection of pigeons. Huub won provincial championships on his own loft for the past 10 years, 4 times 2nd General Champion Department Limburg. 1 time 4th General Champion Department Limburg. 2 times 3rd General Champion Department Limburg. 1 time 1st General Champion Department Limburg. 1 time 7th General Champion Department Limburg. Championships 2021, 10 times first prize in District Sittard. 55 Fanciers Championships Semmenspel Sittard, 1st Loft Champion Middle Distance, 1st Youngsters and 1st Nouter and 1st General Champion. 1st Ace Yearling, 1st and 2nd Ace Youngsters and 1st till 4th Ace Youngsters Nouter Championships MS 2021, 110 Fanciers, 1st Ace Youngsters and 1st General Champion overall. 4th Loft Champion Middle Distance Afdeling Limburg. 5th Loft Champion Youngsters Afdeling Limburg. 5th Ace Youngsters Afdeling Limburg. 10th General Champion Afdeling Limburg. 1st Ace Pigeon Youngsters Limburg Total with Granddaughter TT Couple and Blue Magic. 3th General Champion Limburg Total, 150 to 650 kilometers. And too many to mention. Care and training. Beginning of January, Huub couple his racing pigeons and let them get used to their new racing lofts of the old pigeons, as they come from their youngster loft. After coupling, Huub let them out a few times per week, so they can get used to their new racing loft. Once they're used to it, and let them train on a daily basis as from March, both the cocks as the hens. Before the first race, he tried to toss them twice on 20 to 40 kilometers. The cocks and hens train at the beginning once a day, in the afternoon and evening, for about an hour. From the moment they have 2 nights basket, the cocks will train twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, and the hens once a day in the evening for a full hour. The youngsters are being tossed 5 to 10 times before the first race is up, starting at 5 kilometers to go to maximum of 35 kilometers. The last 2 times they are being released in small groups 2 by 2. Between the races the youngsters are also being tossed once in the middle of the week, preferably 1 by 1. In a matter of pigeon food, Huubs give food and minerals from the firm de Patagoon from Herwijnen. Medicines come from his friend and veterinary Peter Buskamp from Beek. In spring, a lot of herbal drink from Peter Buskamp, both Boni SGR, Boni Sambuca or Boni Asnino Plus. Next to this a 5-day yellow cure, and also, the entire year through the water is being soured, especially with the breeders and the partners of the racers. All pigeons are being vaccinated beginning of November against paratyphoid with Suzal T. They are also begin vaccinated on a yearly basis against paramyxo and herpes. The racing hens are being vaccinated as well before the start of the season against smallpox. Youngsters are being vaccinated a few days before weaning against paramyxo and herpes, which is being repeated by the vet after 3 weeks. After about 8 weeks, a vaccination against rota and paramyxo follows, and a few weeks before the first race is also a vaccination against smallpox. During the racing season, Huub's visit every 3 to 4 weeks is vet Peter Buskamp. During winter time, he don't cure, and if nothing's wrong he won't pay a visit to the vet. The first time he go to Peter is about 8 weeks before the start of the racing season. This year, he won't race the overnight races anymore, only the program races from 100 to 800 kilometers. The expectations for the coming season are rather positive, hoping that despite of all corona issues, we can have a nice racing season with a lot of beautiful results and especially few losses. Few top pigeons that run as a red wire through the pigeon strain are the Blue Magic, raced as youngster 5 times first prize, and 2 times second prize in the Strong Union, whereof a 4th NPO Orleans and a 7th NPO Cezanne. He was placed immediately as a youngster, after this on the breeding loft, and turned out to be a world breeder as well. He is father and grandfather to several top 10 NPO pigeons, national winners and Olympiad birds, and is known over the entire world. Teletext breeding couple, a super breeding couple, belong probably to the best 5 breeding couples of the past 10 years in Holland. The cock coming from Koen van Rooyen comes out of a son and daughter to the Cannibal from Dirk van Dyke, so pure inbred Cannibal. The hen is a direct daughter to Wonder Pigeon de Blue Magic, coupled to a full sister Natasha, first national ace bird middle distance at Jo van Derzen, Roermond. De Super 015. This was also a super youngster with 2 times first prize within the Big Union, and was also placed immediately after the racing season on the breeding loft. He became father and grandfather to more than 80 first prizes in the bigger union, so not even counted in on club level. Best 4 racing pigeons of the past years, Magic Cannibal, direct son to the known teletext breeding couple, wins. First NPO Mentlucan 572 kilometers against 5,185 pigeons. 8th NPO Chateauroux 556 kilometers against 6,261 pigeons. 26th NPO Thei Bours 432 kilometers against 11,852 pigeons. He is father to Magic Valence 8th NPO Valence and 2nd Provincial Ace Bird 2016 in Limburg. Magic Cannibal is also grandfather to Wonder Racer Magic Surprise. He won as year bird 3 times a teletext ranking. Magic Kratos, again a direct son to the teletext breeding couple, wins. First NPO Lorries 423 kilometers Felding Limburg 12,917 pigeons. First Charleville 162 kilometers MLS 2004 1,087 pigeons. Second Charleville 162 kilometers semi-provincial Limburg 7,054 pigeons. First Rethel 200 kilometers MLS 2004 1,006 pigeons. Fifth Rethel 200 kilometers semi-provincial Limburg 8,358 pigeons. First Cézanne 298 kilometers MLS 2004 2,332 pigeons. Sixth Provincial Cézanne 298 kilometers 16,216 pigeons. Magic Surprise comes out of a son Magic Cannibal coupled to a daughter Blue Magic and wins. First NPO sends 365 kilometers off Dulling Limburg 15,978 pigeons in 2018. 7th NPO Geen 436 kilometers off Dulling Limburg 5,044 pigeons in 2018. 9th NPO La Souterrain 620 kilometers off Dulling Limburg 1,240 pigeons in 2018. 17th Rethel 197 kilometers Limburg Total 12,884 pigeons in 2018. 31st NPO Geen 436 kilometers off Dulling Limburg 2,940 pigeons in 2018. 115th Cézanne 298 kilometers Limburg Total 19,008 pigeons in 2018. Miss Magic Bergerac comes out of a son Blue Magic coupled to the nest sister Magic Cannibal and wins. First NPO Bergerac 793 kilometers 2,055 pigeons in 2020 with 6 minutes lead. 7th NPO Mont Lucan 572 kilometers 1,884 pigeons in 2018. First Challons de Champagne SPC Sittard 979 pigeons in 2019. 7th Limburg Total Challons de Champagne 254 kilometers 11,886 pigeons in 2019. 19th NPO Argentin 586 kilometers 2,211 pigeons in 2019. 25th NPO Issoudun 532 kilometers 4,360 pigeons in 2018. 35th NPO Geen 436 kilometers 3,632 pigeons in 2019. 55th NPO La Souterrain 621 kilometers 1,240 pigeons in 2018. 74th NPO Melon 344 kilometers 15,246 pigeons in 2019. 82nd NPO Vierzon 504 kilometers 1,977 pigeons in 2019. 110th NPO Châteauroux 556 kilometers 1,239 pigeons in 2019. 140th NPO Geen 436 kilometers 5,044 pigeons in 2018. 2021 is another fantastic and successful year for Huub Hermans. He won first NPO Argentin 585 kilometers from 2,939 pigeons and 237 members. The winner was Miss Magic Argentin. She won before Issoudun NPO 9th from 7,587 pigeons. She is from a son of Blue Magic Crew's sister Magic Cannibal. Earlier this season super results of Miss Troyes. She is direct daughter of the Olympic super couple of Mindert Jong. She was racing fantastic as a young bird, and this season she won first in the district and 4th provincial against 13,978 pigeons. Thank you for watching. Until next time.